Just another night in the pandemic era, I suppose.
Saw a little bit of everything tonight, right, Doug? Good game though. I think we were ready, and I think that's the main thing is we believed we could come in and win from the start. And even though it got a little kind of stop startish and herky jerky there for lots of stretches, we just kind of kept playing and hanging around and made some really big plays at the end.
Were you aware of all the stuff going on around Kevin with the false positive, inconclusive, blah 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 stuff all night? Were you aware of that as it was happening?
Yeah, I mean, right as I took the court to start the game, they came over and said Durant was out because of COVID protocols. I said okay, and then obviously saw him check in, and I just asked JQ quick, and she just said, yeah, they cleared him. And then at some point in the game, at one of the timeouts, they said Durant's done for the night because of another COVID protocol situation. And that was it. So yeah, I mean, kept up to date, Doug. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know what the deal was, nitty gritty of it, but I was kept up to date in and out.
Is there anything going through your mind as that's developing? Like what are we doing out here playing? Like, are there concerns as that's sort of unfolding without anything being known?
Um, I mean, I think Doug, there's always a level of concern for sure, right? But in saying that again, I think that you're kind of in the heat of a game, and you don't really know what the deal is. I mean, listen, I think we've been through this before a little bit, like Norman Powell, for example, like had to sit out for 4 or 5 days, and it wasn't anything to do with him. There's so many like chain reaction protocol things. I guess you don't really know sometimes. Like I guess if somebody would have came over and said, it's a positive test or something, then whatever. It's got to kind of keep doing it, Doug. Keep playing.
Great. Thanks very much, Nick. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Mike Ganter from the Toronto Sun.
Hey Nick, how you doing?
Good, Mike.
Working on my alliteration here. Would you call that a perfect game of perseverance from Pascal?
Well, he played well, I think. Obviously started out a little sluggish, but yeah, I thought he really showed some good composure and patience, and got to some spots. Um, Made some good reads when he needed to, and then he finally got a few bounces. I mean, my God, he's had so many bounce around the rim and pop out this year, and he finally had a couple bounce on the rim and go in, which I'm planning on about the next 10 or 12 that bounce on the rim for him to go in, because he's got at least that many to make up for yet for the season.
And then of course Kyle. I mean, it seems every time anybody draws blood on that guy, he just goes crazy.
Well, he was really really good from start to finish, right? He just really took his shots with confidence, made really hard drives, and then at the end of some of them, he found the right guy to dump it off to. So he was doing it all.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep. Thanks, Mike.
Next question goes to Stephen Lung from Sportsnet.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks. Steve.
Just back to like the whole Durant situation. Have you? I know it's fresh off the game, but has there been any indication about like what the status of tomorrow's game in Atlanta might be like?
Nope. I haven't heard anything on that, Stephen, at all.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Next question goes to Steve Simmons from the Toronto Sun.
Hi, Nick. How concerned are you right now about the health and well-being of your players, especially those who covered Durant tonight, that possibly they have been exposed to something?
Well, again, I think your level of concern is always there, Steve, and I think that that there's a situation here. We're going to have to, obviously do a deep dive on it. I'm sure our testing people and medical people, et cetera, will be doing that to see what the scenario is. And then it's going to, we'll go from there once we find out a little bit more information, I think, Steve.
Are you troubled by the fact that the league said he can't start and then he can play and then he can't play? Does that speak to a weakness somewhere in protocol?
Well, again, I think that I mean, again, without having a ton of information here, it's like there's kind of the protocols are kind of far reaching, Steve, sometimes. So again, you don't know exactly what the nature of exactly, the scenario is. So I mean, again, I think that the league errs on the side of over caution here, on most of these things from what our experiences have been. So I would imagine they felt comfortable with whatever the scenario was to let him come back. I guess we'll probably find out more when we find out more.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep. Thanks, Steve.
Gonna go back to Stephen Long from Sportsnet.
Sorry, Nick. Just one quick follow up. As far as just so we have like an understanding like what your guys' timeline is. Like you guys are just gonna fly to Atlanta tonight, and you're gonna kind of like take it from there tomorrow, basically, right?
Well, I would imagine yes, we're planning on flying to Atlanta here shortly, and I would imagine that when any critical information becomes available, we will be made aware of it, whatever that timeline may be. But I would imagine it's going to be as soon as they have the information, Steve.
Great. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Yep.
Final question is going to go to Ashley from the Challenger Community News out of Buffalo, New York.
How you doing, Coach?
Hey, good. Hi, Ashley. See you up there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm getting used to this.
No, you're good.
Virtual reality going on. My question was, with about 4:34 left in the first half, there was that call on the pick set by Baines, and then there was another foul call as DeAndre went down the court. After that, he took the 2 foul shots, made those. Then there was a 3-pointer by Durant and a lob from Harden to DJ, and then a Kyrie lob, So did you know at the time how significant that call would be as you go into the half to, try to finish all strong?
That was a really unpleasant portion of the game you just went through there, Ashley. It was, things were really flowing swimmingly there for us, you're right. It felt like the whole thing changed on again, as I said, it was a little bit herky jerky, the game. Like we had this great flow and rhythm going, and then all of a sudden it was a push off on Kyle, and I thought we made a good vertical down at the other end, and that got called on the lob, and then we got another one at midcourt. I mean, that contributed to some of the herky jerky and took a lot of our flow away, and took us a while to get it back. I didn't even think in the third quarter we were playing with the flow that we needed to, and then we finally kind of got cooking there. Made it a good game, that segment of the game.